Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of FirstWatch, ReWatch. I am your host, guest, Reborn Pyro. With us, as always, we have Keyblade Spirit and Marin Pan. How you guys doing today?
Yo,
Hello.
welcome to hashtag Max Revive Tone Kent motherfuckers. Wow! And this time we have me, Marin Pan, and me, Reborn Pyro from Shreddit Podcast and Keyblade Spirit
Yes,
from
I'm
Tone Kent.
I'm Keyblade Spirit, the usual host of Tone Kent. Lumi is not here.
Yeah. She was like, can I watch Speedgrapher with you guys? And we were like, get lost, a bitch. We all did that together at the same time. We called her
I
bitch.
I didn't, but yeah, but I can confirm both of you did.
Yeah. As part of hashtag Max Revive Tone Kent, we want to establish that our official stance, is that girls are smelly and they have cooties,
Yes.
and that's why Lumia isn't here.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's VTubers that are smelly and have cooties, but
Yeah.
two of the three
More
of
like
us are
P-tubers.
yeah, two of the three of us are VTubers, so like it's okay for us to say that.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Wait, I haven't seen Reborn's VTuber yet.
Yeah. Wait, Reborn, are you not? Was the VTuber thing really just a? Whatever.
Reborn, are you okay?
Shush. I have a VTuber avatar that in the works. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
And today we're reviewing Speedographer.
Yes, the best show to come out in the last 2 decades. Fight me.
Okay, I'll fight you about it.
Yeah, this is for context, this is the first 12 episodes of Speedgrapher.
Yeah, the first
Yeah,
half.
yeah.
I believe it ends with Mrs. Rapungi getting yeeted.
Is
So she did die.
yeah,
Oh,
was
shit.
that the old lady's name?
Yeah, because it's the Rapungi
was-
Corporation.
Okay, I thought I thought the mother was Miss Rapongi.
Yeah, well, they're both Mrs. Rapungi because they're family. But
Okay, I didn't pick up that the old lady was literally Kagura's mother's mother. I thought
Oh,
I thought she was like just a mother
okay.
figure or something.
Because there was a flashback of a girl knocking at a mall saying she wants to be an idol. Was that? And then they, like, the purple lady took her in, and then they did science on her. Is
okay,
that,
okay. So
the model lady?
the old lady is not really her mom. She's just somebody that took care of her like a mother and helped her modeling career.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So this is like just an adoption situation then, or no?
Kind of like not adoption in the legal sense, but adoption in the emotional sense.
Okay. Okay.
In like the career sense. And that's how episode 12 ends. But what the hell is Speedgrapher?
Yes, Reborn
So
Pyro, tell
it's,
us.
Speedgrapher is a show with the silliest sounding description. It's about a world where a girl can kiss you and give you fetish superpowers. And there's political controversy, and those fetish superpowers are very strong, and they use it to fight other fetishists.
Yes, I believe they're called Euphorians.
Yes.
Euphoric Fedorians.
Yes, euphoric atheists.
In
Yeah,
episode 1
Tits Fedora.
or episode 2, I believe, the main character does fight Straw Hat Luffy from One Piece.
I'm pretty.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's not even until episode 3 that happens.
Stretchy Man.
Yeah.
The whatever his power was. Like, he has stretchy powers, but only when he's covered in all leather.
Yeah, like only when he's wearing that gimp suit.
Yes.
It's pretty hot.
Yeah.
I mean, the show starts off with that guy with like a girl waiting in his like, I don't know, smoking room or whatever, wanting to be his student. And then he's like, dance, and she starts to dance, and he's like, you're not flexible enough, and then breaks her arm, and her mom's watching all of this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a
I'm
really
glad
fucked up scene.
it was. By the way, I am glad that you noticed that you have to have something to use powers in this world. The main character needs a camera lens in order to blow things up. Stretchy Guy needed a gimp suit. Diamond Girl needed diamonds in her stomach.
Okay.
Yeah, no, like,
Yeah,
yeah.
the power system works on them having a medium for their fetish.
Yeah.
So what's the medium for Sephiroth, dude? Is it
Blood.
his own blood?
Yeah, well,
He always
I
has
think
that though. That's
yeah,
cheap.
well, I
That's
think
cheating.
it's specifically him being in a state of bleeding.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he can just cut himself. It's cheap.
Yeah.
That dude's unbalanced. They need to fix
Yeah.
that.
Well, yeah. Well, see, I've already got theories on what this power system is, like just based on what we've seen so far. My interpretation so far of what this show is, it's the mood of Cowboy Bebop with the superpowers of JoJo. Because all of these are extremely creative powers. And we've got... I really like this concept of... it's good OC bait, is what I'm saying.
To make your own fetish superpower guy?
Yeah, like, what is my... Like, my fetish is this. What would my power be?
And what would your
drop,
medium to use
diaper
that power
bombs
with
on
be?
people. It's super hot.
Yeah. Yeah, or like, but the one nuance that I found to this is that it seems like this show is working with two different interpretations of fetish. Like, because our main character guy Saiga versus versus the other people.
Wait, what's the difference?
The difference that I see is that one interpretation is an interpretation of fetish as obsession, while the other is an interpretation of fetish as passion.
Okay. I guess I haven't seen that
Oh,
distinction.
well-
I have. Well, they've all been like sexual. That's definitely one aspect.
Well, my main thing is that, like, the first point where we see that Saiga is going all in with his camera superpower is when we see that he's, like, specifically commissioned camera-based gadgets so that he can make the best use of it.
It was pretty sick. Yeah. When he gets the hyper lens.
Yeah, like the high lens when he figures out that he doesn't have to be looking through the camera to be to be using it, and so he has one strapped to his chest and then one in his sleeve. That was really high.
I thought they'd actually shown that he had to be looking through it for it to work, but I guess not. I don't know. There's a lot of. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of say that I enjoyed the show. I don't think it's a particularly great show. And there was a lot of inconsistency, specifically with like. Not inconsistency, but a lot of just like dumb moments where like he'll take 10 seconds to explain how his camera thing works and then do it while the person that was like holding him down or about to kill him could have just killed him. But also on his end, like he will let people do their entire thing and then be like, I'm gonna take a picture of you, and then they get away and he's like, curses. Which is a little, I don't know. It's that kind of it's like that kind of writing where they'll be getting hailstormed with bullets and it's like, okay, I got this, and then they just walk through it and it's like, oh, cool, all right, I sure did it, and didn't get shot.
Yeah, like the thing with like the first fight with not the first fight, but like the second fight with the lady who could turn to crystal. And that foiled the camera thing because he couldn't focus on her specifically because she was transparent.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that set up much more creative fights than have happened since. Granted, we're only halfway through.
I like that. I like that the fetish people are kind of like bosses that you would run into.
Yeah, I'm really interested in. Actually, Pyro, is the nose guy specific? he has good smell, or
unless it's spoilers. Unless
Yeah.
it's spoilers.
Yeah,
I don't
unless
want to
it's
know if it's
spoilers.
spoilers.
yeah, because like I feel like he's being set up to be fought against at some point, but I don't see how his power is going to come into it very well.
With his
No,
no
he
superpowers.
does have powers, but he's just not a fighter.
Okay.
But he did.
Yeah.
But he did get the powers from
Yeah.
the gene thing.
So
okay,
he does
okay.
have powers, so he does have the really strong healing ability, like all the other euphorics. But it's just, you know,
Oh.
he's
What
not.
about Donkey Kong guy? Was his fetish Donkey Kong, and is he just like that naturally?
Who?
The guy who's literally like a gorilla. He's got like a gorilla haircut, and he's bare chested and has a Donkey Kong tie
don't
on.
know who you're talking about.
He's one of the mobsters. He's part of the Team Rocket
Oh,
trio.
yeah.
John
I-
Belushi guy.
Yeah. All of them are like that. The three of them. They all have their powers,
Wow.
but they just,
so his
you know.
fetish was Donkey Kong. It's kind of hot.
Nice.
I think to make this easier to digest, let's go down a list of the episodes.
Yeah.
So the first episode where he infiltrates the club and he gets his superpowers, and it ends with him kissing Kagura. What did you think of that?
Dude, I was so annoyed by... for a guy who's literal superpowers that he has a camera, he comes across like scoops, right? It's like, whoa, here's the entrance to an underground club. Here's the lobby to an underground club. Here's a ceremony at an altar at an underground club. But I won't take a picture because then I'd have, proof of what I've seen. Until it's like really quiet and everybody's looking at a thing and they hear the picture snap.
Well, the thing about him is he doesn't exactly take pictures to be like a detective or anything. His whole entire thing is, I have a passion for amazing photographs. If it won't look amazing as a photograph, I'm not going to take a picture.
Yeah. And that's where that's part of what the distinction between passion and obsession I found was. He's very, very about everybody else seems to have their powers based in some sort of unhealthy obsession with their fetish, whereas Saiga just legitimately loves photography that much.
No. Because they make it clear in the second episode that he can't even have sex with a woman unless he's taking pictures of her.
But he apparently got hard when he was passed out and he Zuru-san, the cop lady with the guns. She's fucking him, and he's not taking pictures. He's passed out. I have the videos at home. I could show you. I can prove it.
I can prove it. Opens beer.
I have the VHS.
Officer, just because she raped him doesn't mean he doesn't like photography.
I guess. I mean, that character is really kind of just like shitty in general, but she's really hot.
I like her dynamic with the rest of the cast so far.
Also, that wasn't alcohol. What are you accusing me of? That was a Rain Total Body Fuel energy drink. All right, that wasn't alcohol. This is alcohol. This is a Four Loko strawberry lemonade, 12% alcohol, and I'm mixing.
So, what did you guys think of the first episode with him getting into the club?
I thought it was a good introduction, but if I weren't doing this, I probably wouldn't have been as enthusiastic about continuing.
Okay. What'd you guys think of the second episode, where we see the first episode, but from Kagura's side?
I like that as the first and second episodes. I like the tone they were setting, but it was a little bit too directly, kind of like Cowboy Bebop. And then on another end, this is before what's that show? Psycho-Pass. But there was a lot of parallels with the main characters being like police, but they don't really do it for the police. They just do it because that's what they're good at. And then there's like a white-haired counterpart dude who's like a mob boss.
Yeah.
But that's like purely aesthetic similarities. I guess I liked what they were going. I guess I liked what they were going for, but honestly, the most glaring thing to me about the show was that it's got that like early 2000s like digital animation thing where like the outlines are really kind of like gooey, and if you've got a character and they fit in the whole screen, their face is going to be like a blobby mess. And even like if their torso up is on there, it's still kind of messy.
Yeah.
And like the shading is just like their skin tone and then one shade and then like a layer on top of just like a bloom, just like kind of like washed out white. And then when you do get to see their face, and like there's enough detail where you can see like their eyelashes, their whole skin is just like one flat tone with no detail really.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess it's just nerd bullshit.
I did notice, like in some shots of Kagura's mother, her face looked really disorganized. Is the only way that I can say it.
Yeah. I noticed the same thing, but maybe it's because they because she's a side character that dies on episode 12. She's not that important. You don't have to.
I thought she was going to stick around. I really like her character. Also, okay, so none of this is to just be like, all right. So hold on, let me back up. You've seen the credits, right? With the concept art of the characters. That is by Yusuke Kozuki. I really like this artist. He did the character art for like No More Heroes, for Fire Emblem Awakening and Fates. He designed like all the characters. He also did
up in the world
like
after
Pokemon
this.
Go, I think. Oh, big time! Yeah.
So speaking of No More Heroes,
Speaking of No More Heroes, this is maybe like it's a topic for later, but I feel like this might have even been an idea for a video game at one point, just with the way it's structured, with like how there's bosses at different chapters, and like I could definitely see them doing stuff with the camera, exploding things as a game mechanic. But yeah, so okay, the Yusuke Kozuki artwork looks so good. The main character looks like a Spike Spiegel kind of like his take on a dude, on that kind of character. And then you look at the actual animation, and it's just kind of, I don't know. They look silly. It doesn't live up, and I guess he couldn't have, but it just feels like it was 2005, and here's a digitally animated anime, and people were just impressed by that on its face, and here we are 15 years later, and the age really shows.
Yeah,
I didn't feel that way, to be honest, but I mean, I'm not much of an animation nerd.
Did you rewatch it? Oh wait, did you rewatch it? Did you just watch it for the session, or did you just watch it the one time?
Well, I watched it for the first time like 2 months ago, so everything's still pretty fresh.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I do think that it is baseline a good-looking show. I really like the background art.
Yeah, I'll agree. Yeah, I'll agree.
Yeah, I like the show a lot. It gets better.
I like the setting on the rooftop of the skyscraper with the Japanese house.
Yeah, no, I like
It's
that.
pretty
That's
creative.
also a really good
was-
way of like establishing immediately how disconnected from society Kagura is.
I also want to say, the first half is more villain of the week than anything, and then the second half, you'll see there's still like 1 or 2 villains of the week left to wrap up, and then it just goes all in on Epstein, Sephiroth, and Saiga.
Epstein.
Is he not?
They're setting
Is
up.
he not?
They're setting up the spider
Yeah, I
fetish
still
dude
don't-
right now.
I still don't get what his fetish is specifically.
Dude, spiders. What do you mean? Dude, spiders. What do you mean?
No, his fetish is
Oh.
tattoos, and he just has a
Oh,
lot of
so
spider
his-
tattoos.
Okay, so like his power is that his tattoos come to life. That's really cool.
Yes.
I missed that. Okay, he has a little shield. I missed that. Okay, so yeah, he has a little shield. I didn't notice that it was a tattoo at first. I was just like, oh,
Yeah,
I guess
that's-
he came equipped with a little buckler.
No.
Oh, and
no,
that's
he's
where the knife came from too. That's so cool. That's another thing that like makes it fit in for me to the like JoJo powers type of thing.
Yeah.
Because the
powers are cool.
yeah.
The powers are cool.
Yeah, like not just that it's cool, but
Oh,
it's
that's
just that it's
interesting.
very creative.
He could tattoo like a black hole on himself.
He could tattoo like a black hole on himself.
He could
And just
tattoo
fucking
the
end the
earth on
world.
himself.
have a little earth that he pulls out of his like.
And have a little earth that he pulls out of his like side of his torso and just holds it.
One of the things
Looks
that's
at all the little
kinda,
people in it.
one of the things that's kind of weird to think is that every villain of the week, everyone with powers, if they have powers, that means they made out with Kagura,
Yep, that's
which is
true.
a weird
Yeah,
thing
well, it's-
to think about.
Well,
from what I-
Suitengu made out with Kagura.
What
From
what
what
I
I can tell,
always
it's specifically her bodily fluids.
yes.
Hmm.
I was gonna say, I wonder if this fetishist that has the tattoos, if he had the tattoos before.
Yeah, no, that.
If he can just choose to
Oh,
tattoo
right.
whatever he
Like,
wants on
Or if
what-
he can just choose to tattoo whatever he wants on himself. Like he could tattoo an extra dick on himself.
Maybe it only. Yeah, you're right. Maybe it only.
But maybe it wouldn't work. Maybe it only. Yeah, you're right. Maybe it
He
only.
could
works.
tattoo a girlfriend on himself.
He could tattoo like a cute little like busty big ass
No, he
goblin
could,
girl and then
he
just
could
pull her
tattoo a
out.
vagina on his
And he's
hand.
really good.
Whoa, dude!
Whoa, dude! Fucking Moroku's wind tunnel. He could do that for real. On
Yes,
his
exactly. Well, no, see, like that's one of those things that, like, it would feel like a plot hole if the mood of the show wasn't so well done for what it is, because like with a character whose power is that he can bring his own tattoos to life, the first question that pops into your head is, why doesn't he just tattoo a gun to himself? Or why doesn't he tattoo literally anything that could possibly be useful to him?
Because I mean, to be fair, spiders that can spy on people and a giant spider to kill people for him, he doesn't really
Yeah,
need
well, the gun was just an example. Like there are so many things.
Popular tattoos, like people didn't really.
Guns are popular tattoos. Like people didn't really look twice.
Why doesn't he tattoo uranium?
Yeah,
235 on
exactly.
his
Why
chest?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
He tattoo an ice cream.
Why doesn't he tattoo an ice cream on
yeah.
his
And,
arm?
Alright,
okay,
alright.
granted, there is
Alright,
like the cultural issue that in Japan tattoos are associated with the Yakuza, and so like from a pragmatic perspective,
Oh yeah.
any tattoo on him that would be visible would be very hard to get away with.
And like if you're an American tourist and you just casually.
And like if you're an American tourist and you just casually have a tattoo and you want to go to a bathhouse, dude, they don't let you in, bro.
Or you could just go to
They don't
like
let
a
you in if you have
Yakuza
tattoos.
bathhouse.
Or you could just go to like a Yakuza bathhouse, but then
Yeah.
you're probably in trouble.
I was gonna say, I'm surprised there aren't more tattoos. Like they didn't give them a gang tattoo, because this would have been a good character to showcase, like a Suitengu gang tattoo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, huh.
Because just of how closely tattoos are related to gang, and here's a character that's just has a bunch.
None of the mobsters have like.
Yeah, none of the mobsters have like identifying tattoos.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, none of them die. Like they just get away.
Also,
with
none of them die. Like they
when
just
they're
get
testing
away
the
with.
hyperlens,
It's like when they're testing out the hyperlens.
in the forest.
And they shine a light at them
he's
in
firing
the
this
forest,
massive cannon that
and
just took out,
like he's firing this massive cannon that just took out like 5 trees at once, and they're like, "Whoa, wait, what's going on?" And then they look really hard, and they're like, "Huh, I feel like he might be holding a giant cannon that can take out like 5 or 6 trees at one time. What do we do about this?" And then they're just like looking at each other for like a whole minute, and it's like they didn't move.
No,
and then
no,
also
that-
Saiga didn't fire it.
That was
For that
smart of
whole
them,
time.
because it's easier to see moving people than it is to see people's things too.
Well, they were in the spotlight.
No, I'm just saying it was like an.
He was already shooting in their direction. No, I'm just saying it was like an awkward kind of thing
somebody will
with
take-
action scenes in
take 20
general.
seconds
Hold on.
to
Where like
explain
somebody
their
will take
superpower
will like
when
take 20
either
seconds to explain their superpower when either one of them could have acted and ended the whole battle. But that's just me being a nerd. I'm so
No,
that's
please
sorry.
be on
dynamic.
next
Don't
time.
have me
That's-
on next time.
This is a good dynamic.
I was gonna say, going back on the episode list by list, because if we just get to that point again, the next episode is Kagura and Saiga's escape from the club.
Escape from Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, to
Yeah.
be clear, the club is called Tenozu, right? Or does it not have a name?
I think Tenosu's the company that Kagura's mom.
I think Tenosu's the company
Okay,
that
so does the
Kagura's
club
mom
not have a
owns.
name?
Yeah.
It's called Secret Club, right?
It's just called Secret Club, right?
I don't remember the name of it. It does have a club name.
Yeah, I remember
anyone saying it.
I remember the really hot cop's name. Her name is Ginza. Yeah.
She goes and takes a prisoner up to Seitengu.
She
She
can
goes
pull a
and
gun
takes
out
a
on me
prisoner up to
anytime.
Seitengu.
You know what? One of the things I was disappointed by is she never gets her own euphoric superpower, and like her thing with guns, man, she'd be like the most broken one.
Well, no, I am.
Turn into
Whoa,
a
yeah.
Space Patrol Luke.
She could turn into a gun, like in Space Patrol.
Yeah. Or like she. See, I'm imagining that her thing would just be that she could just do like a finger gun, and it would work as an actual gun, like in one
Tight
piece.
as hell.
That'd be tight as
So they
hell.
never give her one. I get the feeling she's gonna die. She's got that.
Oh, so they never give her one. I get the feeling she's gonna die.
I
She's
don't
got
really
that
think
kinda
so.
written
Like,
all over her.
her dynamic with the rest of the cast is like she literally just wants to fuck Saiga, and it seems like she is actually in love with him because, as she says, he's the only one who actually understands her obsession with guns. But then, like, she is just going to do whatever it takes and work for whoever she needs to get with him.
It's pretty hardcore, bro. I want me a girl that'll fuck up.
It's
my
pretty
entire
hardcore,
mission
bro. I
because
want me a
she
girl
wants to have
that'll
sex
fuck
with
up
me.
my entire mission.
Yeah.
Because she
Well, I'm just saying
wants
that's
to
a
have sex
good.
with me.
That's a really interesting dynamic for a character to have.
Yeah.
And so
Character.
she
Yeah.
falls into this wild card category, even though she has very clear goals.
She ended up playing into the story. I thought they just kind of got rid of her.
She
Like,
ended
I
up playing
forgot
into the
about
story. I thought they just kind of got rid of her.
Yeah,
Or, like, I forgot about
I
her.
never
for a
really
minute.
forgot about her because,
Yeah.
like, the fact that Saiga can't leave Japan and the fact that she's threatening to kill him if he actually tries to run away, to me that was like a promise that she was going to come back in some way. And then that also added drama to Saiga can't take
Yeah,
Kagura
true.
out of Japan.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all these things kind of tying
Yeah,
into
yeah.
each other. Wait, okay.
Yeah, it's all
episode
these
3,
things
that's it,
kind of
right?
tying
They
into
escape?
each other. Wait, okay, episode
Yeah.
3. That's it, right? They escape?
Yeah. Well,
There's
Saiga
conquering
escapes,
her.
Kagura gets captured.
Again.
Episode 4 is is one of two really kino moments where you don't see Saiga formulating the plan like in animes like Death Note. He instead just goes full, I'm going to do this plan, and the audience is going to love watching it.
This was
Yeah, the undercover.
Was it in
This was,
episode 4 or in episode 2?
Was it in episode 4 or in episode 2 where the mom
That
fucks
was a
the
really
teacher?
cool moment.
That's episode 2.
That was really fucked
Oh,
up.
okay, that was a really cool moment. That was really fucked up,
Yeah.
but it was really fucking hot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, you know, her mom had something to eat that day.
Yeah.
Kagura sure didn't.
Oh no, wait, she ate all those berries that were there.
She was starving.
For some reason.
Oh no, wait, she ate all those berries that were there for some reason. They
Oh.
never. I thought that was gonna be something.
They were there so that would lead her to her room
Oh, okay.
faster, so
I-
she would catch them in the act.
Okay, I didn't
okay,
catch
well,
that.
okay,
I just
that makes
thought that. I just thought that like that was establishing that Kagura likes raising berries, and yeah, okay, okay, and then
No.
like she realized there was something fucked up about the strawberries.
Yeah, no, it was pretty much like yeah, no, it was pretty much like a Adam West and Family Guy where ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
Yeah.
Ooh, piece of candy. What's that noise? Ooh, piece of candy. Why do I hear my teacher screaming? Ooh, piece of candy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
So in
All
episode
the
4,
way
he
to
had
the
a
rope.
big parachute.
So in episode 4, he had
Did
a
he?
big parachute.
Yeah, that's how they get off the tower.
And that's it. Yeah, that's how they get off the
I either
tower.
missed or
Yeah,
I
they
forgot about the
parachute down. Yeah. I will say, I just love that whole sequence. I will say, I just love that whole sequence of event where, they show don't tell. You see Saiga acting like a teacher. He gets taken there. He blows a hole in the wall, and he's like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out," and then jumps off. And then fucking Sweet Tengu sitting there fucking seething, like, what the? I love it.
Yeah.
It's genius. I love all of it.
One thing the show does well is they really
One thing the show does well is they really, lead up to their eventual confrontation, which they have. They have one of those in
Yeah.
this 12-episode stretch.
The confrontations are done very well in the show. I'm excited to see what you guys think about
Yeah, no,
the
this
second
first,
half.
like this first half did have like
okay.
a really good, like what I guess we would now call a mid-season finale. In that, it
Yes.
wrapped up certain things that needed wrapping up, like before we moved on to the next arc, and then it also just continued to set up other things and give us more answers that led to more mysteries, stuff like that.
I feel like episode 11 might have even been
like a better bookmark endpoint, I think, just because like episode 12, it does a lot. It kills off the mom and gets Kagura and Seitengu's possession and everything, but I don't know, it really just starts setting up Seitengu.
Yeah, well,
the
see,
whole
the-
episode.
yeah,
It doesn't
the reason why I
hardly
think
involve
that
Saiga or anything.
season, not season, that episode 12 was like the midpoint finale, was that that's the point at which I realized that the mom wasn't going to be the main villain after Suitengu, and that Suitengu is actually the main guy that we're up against.
Is he a villain though?
I mean, he is pretty
Is
based,
he a
don't get me
villain, though?
wrong. But
Yeah.
motherfucker rolls his J's with 10,000 yen bills.
That dude,
No,
that
that
motherfucker rolls his
wasn't-
J's with 10,000 yen bills, bro.
That wasn't a shit post, by the way. Is what he's doing categorically evil, or do you think that there might be a purpose behind it?
Oh, I mean, I feel like he's doing a Joker thing where he just has all the money and he's like, well, politicians are going to be corrupt anyway, or blah, blah, blah. But, he's child trafficking and fucking experimenting on humans and just, going up to people and being like, well, we're short, 0.001% of the dollar of the money you owed me. I'll fucking kill you in front of your son. I don't know. I just fucking... So I have, a thing against mobsters. Because, in movies, obviously, they're assholes, right? But in real life, in Mexico, where they're actually prevalent in everyday life for some people, it leaves me seething that these fucking people exist.
Yeah, I do think that he does have interesting motivation, even if I really, really disagree with it. Just the...
Let me ask you. Oh, I was gonna say, let me ask you guys this: the bad things he's doing, are they to good people or are they to other bad people?
He's doing it to my sweet GF Kagura-san, who is a virgin and she's timid and she's shy, and as long as I am her surrogate daddy, I get to fuck her when she turns 18. Me.
We all high five.
And me
I
three.
We all high five at the same time.
So what do you think of the
That
fight
was-
with a stretchy man?
Yeah, I was disappointed.
that he
so early,
died
but
so
I did
early.
like that. It was such an immediately, that. That also immediately set up what the goal of each fight is going to be, which is specifically get Saiga into a position where he can't really just use his camera power, and force him to improvise and use something else. The thing
Yes.
where he tossed up the glass and
Yep.
What did they do for
took
that
a photo of the reflection. That was pretty Kino.
Why couldn't he take a picture of him at first?
Yes.
Why couldn't he take a picture of him?
I think
at
it was just
first?
because
he just
he
couldn't
was
get him
moving
in
around
focus
too
for
much.
some reason.
And so the only time that he could possibly get a good photo of Rubber Man was when he was being held down by Rubber Man.
Okay.
And then the episode after that.
Yeah. Okay.
The beginning of the Diamond. And then the episode after that is the beginning of the Diamond Lady saga, which is about 2 episodes. What did you guys think of that little arc there? And the people at the bar, because it starts off, they're on the run. They talk to his neighbor, who's a chill guy. He's like, I think it's either family member or a friend that you could stay with that runs a bar in downtown.
Bob? Yeah, he says the gay foreigner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says his sister owns a bar or something.
Oh, yeah. So what did you guys think of those episodes in the Diamond Lady arc?
I liked the setting of the bar.
Oh, go on.
I liked the... correct me if I'm wrong, Pyro. Am I right in thinking that this bar is employs both trans women and drag queens?
Yes, and cross. Yeah, there are trans women and yes, and cross. Yeah,
cross.
There are
drag
trans
is
women
something
and
else.
cross dressers.
Both trans women and cross dressers. I like that it has both of those instead of just conflating the two. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes a distinction. It makes a clear distinction, and this is from 2005. And that bar, by the way, is why IGN reviewed it so low and said it's pushing too much of a quote-unquote envelope by having characters like that.
By including them.
Yeah, no,
Wow.
Marin, IGN gave this a poor review because they said it's pushing the gay envelope too much.
That fucking gay agenda out to
Which
fucking tell me what people are doing in the privacy of their own bedroom. No!
It kills me every time to think of that, because modern day IGN would fire somebody for making a gay joke, but back in 2005 they were like, gays in my anime, 0 out of 10.
Yeah, well, see, I would have expected
IGN
that
reviewed anime.
the IGN review of
2005.
Speedgrapher would have been 0 out of 10. This literally isn't a game.
But they're just like it's all cutscenes and the gameplay shit.
They're just like it's all cutscenes and the gameplay shit.
We tried finding the video game, but we can't figure out how to press pause, and the cutscenes, they won't stop.
It's like that one time the completionist reviewed Breaking Bad on Netflix as if it was a video game.
Yeah.
Another interesting tidbit is that the Sci-Fi Channel...
Another
interesting tidbit is that the Sci-Fi Channel tried buying the exclusive rights to this show. See, this show wasn't popular with fans of anime.
What?
Because this show wasn't popular with fans of anime. This show was popular with literally everybody else.
Sci-Fi did go through like an anime arc,
okay.
where they were like trying to get the rights to a lot of anime and have like their own. They wanted to have their own version of Toonami and and then after that the Adult Swim anime block, and now Toonami again.
I guess it was all a matter of timing. Well, this is a Gonzo anime too.
Yeah.
I guess it was all a matter of timing. Well, this is a Gonzo anime too, and they did similar kind of things. I know they did like.
I've never even heard of it.
Like Burst Angel. Did you guys ever watch that?
No.
Different archetypes to them.
It's just got hot babes with guns with different archetypes to them. Actually, Gonzo made like my favorite and what I called my favorite anime for a while, which is Gonkutsu, the Count of Monte Cristo. And the thing is though, that one had like an art style instead of flat colors. Everything, like characters, backgrounds, clothes, everything was like a pattern that would repeat like on a different layer. And I really like that, but without that, the Gonzo art style kind of, I don't know. It's just that thing I was saying about the 2005 digital anime where it would like the fact that it's digital was impressive, which is why it's funny to me that Sci-Fi would try to pick this one up, because in retrospect it's just such a like a middle of the road thing you would see back then. I don't know. You think something by like Toei or
Here's
Kyoto Animation
the deal.
gotten picked up.
To defend them. 99% First of all,
Well, yeah.
99% of this is hand drawn.
Well, yeah, but then it's digitally
Yeah.
inked and shit, and it's got those like sloppily kind of smoothed out lines.
But
Which is sad. Which is sad because you see the line paper art, and it's so good. It's like crisp and sharp.
yeah, but what I was gonna say is the show was made as a kind of I want to say a parody, but not really to be the funny parody. Sharp criticism of Japanese culture and economy at that time in 2005. So there might have been a little rushing to get it out. Will it still be, a hit satire political piece, and not like past its time?
Yeah,
I think if it
I
had
could
come out as a video game, it would
honestly, if this had gotten popular in the
States.
States, I could easily see this being like one of the shitty Netflix live action adaptations of anime.
Live action. Oh man, this might actually do well with a live action adaptation.
Live action. Oh
It
man,
definitely could be a
This
good
might
one.
actually do well with a live action adaptation. Just get like a solid director that
Yeah.
knows timing for like action scenes and shit. This would do really well, I think.
But in the words of the director, I also want to point out that in the words of the director, I also want to point out that he said he didn't want a speed grapher to stand out visually
fair.
because he wanted the main appeal to be its story.
Yeah,
He wanted
That is its main appeal, I would say.
Yeah. He said their goal was to stimulate the audience at an intellectual level and not something so easily
Yeah,
understood. He wanted the main appeal to be intellectual, and that's what he did.
The focus, it's following the intertwining narrative, and it does a good job of pulling everything
Yeah.
together. The
now
action
I
scenes,
do think
I can see they weren't the
I
point.
do think that there's kind of a contradiction in that because
What?
all of the character designs look really good.
Especially. Oh, I was gonna say especially the.
Especially the cop.
Especially. I was gonna say especially the concept of Yusuke Kozuki. Like, damn, dude, the personality and
Yeah.
expression they have on the faces for the people.
Yeah,
like the way they
I am
drawn.
disappointed. There was one
good.
thing that I was disappointed with, though. In the scene where we got the little montage of Kagura trying out all the different outfits,
Yeah.
I'm really disappointed that she didn't go with the I Heart New York outfit.
Yeah.
I think that was the best of all the outfits she tried out.
I like the ghost sick
The-
reference.
Yeah. Yeah.
And by the way,
I like the Ghost Sick reference.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, for reference,
Okay,
the director
that-
of this show also
yeah,
directed Yu-Gi-Oh! And Beyblade
His directing of
series.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Makes
What?
Kagura's final character design make a lot more sense. Because as soon as I saw her put that little jacket on over that dress, she looked like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Character.
Yeah,
We could wear that around Domino
he
City.
didn't direct the GX series. He directed the original. Yeah, so
We could wear that around
he didn't
Domino
direct
City.
the GX series. He directed the original 2000
Okay, well, that
2004
shows.
run, and then he immediately did Speed
Because this
Grapher.
does,
I'm really thinking about it.
yeah, like this does have that,
Yeah, and then
I'm really
like
thinking
this
about
has
it.
like that campy feel of Yu-Gi-Oh, but in a more serious setting.
What happened in
Yeah,
episode
yeah.
5?
episode 5.
What happened in episode 5?
Episode 5 was, I believe, the introduction to the Diamond Chick. They go to the club, and then episode 6 is where she gets killed. I think by Sweet Tengu. I think if I remember right, Saiga just hurts her really badly, and then he takes Kagura and dips. And then Saiga comes.
You know what?
I mean, not Saiga.
There's
Sweet
a
Tengu.
weird- There's a weird thing with Sweet Tengu in that episode. He kills her by like
nothing to do with his powers.
earth bending her to rubble or some shit, but it has nothing to do with his powers. I didn't think about that until now, but he did not do any
No,
any
no,
blood
it-
stuff to
It
kill
makes
her.
sense with his powers.
Is her blood?
Was her blood diamonds and he water bended her? Is her blood to death or what was it?
Well, no, it's just that she has blood inside her, and diamonds are hard on the outside.
That is weird.
No, because you could see through her whole body.
Her blood to split her up on the inside, and as she was dying, she turned back to I always just imagine he used her blood to split her up on the inside, and as she was dying, she turned back to diamonds.
Maybe they'll do, well, no, because you would know if they did something with it. Okay, so that was just an interesting choice. I don't know. I'm a bit hung up on it. What about the whole scene where Diamond Lady's talking to Haruko, whatever her name is, Kagura,
and he loved her so much.
about like her backstory about how her husband was an artist and he loved her so much that he killed himself, and now she's really sad about that.
I think that was to make her more sympathetic, but also to showcase the nature of the club. The fact that, you know, people have to sell everything to stay in it and keep their spouses happy.
Yeah,
But you get to fuck 12-year-olds,
It's a good trade. I would do it. No,
Yeah,
just
it's
kidding.
Epstein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a good trade. I would do it. No, just kidding.
I mean,
don't want people
they
to
could
eventually come back to
still
this episode
flip off
and
that
be like,
just
oh,
kidding.
okay, well, there it is.
I cannot.
It's true. Nah, it's funny.
I still cannot wait to hear you
That's
guys'
true.
thoughts.
Yeah.
Nah, it's funny. Lol.
I still cannot
Yeah.
wait to hear your guys' thoughts on the last 12 episodes to see where this all goes.
The dentist was.
What did you
I think
think
the
of the
fight
dentist
against the
episode?
dentist was one of the more creative ones, just because the objective was so different. Like
the fact that he also used stuff like wind in the fight to get rid of the smoke grenade. And the fact
Yeah,
that
no,
he
no,
also used
that's
stuff
what I
like
mean, that
wind
was
in the fight to
pretty
get rid of the
great.
smoke grenades.
Like
Mhm.
the
And-
episode with that episode was really fun. There was this one very low key bit where there was a guy, I don't even remember which guy this was. He just ran in, knocked out a guy holding a gun, took the gun, and then ran up the stairs. All in just one fluid low key movement.
Oh yeah. That animation cut was. Man, that doctor was like too nice.
Oh,
At
yeah,
one point was
yeah.
like,
That
"Hey,
animation
Saigo,
cut was.
you showed up
Man,
here
that
and all my
doctor
clinics
was like
ruined.
too nice. He at no point was like, "Hey,
Anyway, I'll give you a
Saiga,
ride."
you showed up here and now my clinic's in fucking ruins."
Yeah, no, that guy
Anyway,
was
I'll
big.
give you a ride to the next
Like
town.
that cut of animation, like that's like the kind of
Yes.
violence that I like to see, because it's just like, yeah, a pragmatic boom, get in, get the guy, take his gun, and then go upstairs, and then it's over.
Like, speaking of guys being in the building, was he like the only one? Because every
And like speaking of guys being in the building, was he like the only one? Because every mobster like grunt was just coincidentally not in the room where the fight was taking place, where they could have just like shot Saiga. I guess they really wanted to let the dentist guy savor it.
Well, see, the thing it's a tough situation because you don't want to just go into a room and start shooting, because you might accidentally kill the girl, and if they kill
Well, they
the
shot
girl,
at her
then
like they shot bullet storms in her direction like 3 times. But of course, she obviously didn't get shot because
there's a huge
then what
difference
would we
between
do?
firing from a distance and firing close quarters in a small room.
I know, but it's just that it happens every time, and I don't get why movies do this thing where they think the audience is gonna be like, "Wow, that's so cool! They didn't get shot once." No, that's stupid. Eventually, you would take
Yeah,
a bullet
like, it
at
might
like
have-
somewhere, like at least
Is
on
it
your thigh or your
possible
ass or
that-
some shit.
It could be justified just by like the physical enhancements of being a Euphorian.
Oh yeah,
He's
that's
like-
another thing.
Yeah, like
he can literally sponge bullets, and they don't even like do that. They just.
Oh
do the
yeah,
same
that's another
Hollywood,
thing.
like, no, just
He
don't-
he can literally sponge bullets, and they don't even like do that. They
Yeah,
just
well, no,
do the
it's-
same Hollywood.
Like they
no,
do
it
have a
just
healing
doesn't- none
factor.
of the
It
bullets hit him
wouldn't
by sheer
surprise me if they
coincidence.
also had like better reflexes and stuff like that.
Yeah, all physical abilities are enhanced when you become a Euphoria.
Okay.
Yeah, all physical abilities are enhanced still when you become a Euphoria.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's already explained that it's a virus, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think they go further into it in the remaining 12. I think, if I remember right, the lore is that you become the host of the virus, and the virus needs you to survive, so it does the thing. It heals you, it increases your reflexes, because you are basically a parasite
Yeah,
off
well,
the
I
virus
do-
at that point.
I do like that because that does
Huh.
like that's kind of like the logical conclusion of like how viruses evolve. Like it's really bad for a virus to be extremely deadly because that means it doesn't get the opportunity to spread as much. And so yeah, it kind of makes sense that this virus would evolve such that it would just enhance the physical capabilities of anybody that it infects.
And anybody can have it, or is it that only some people's bodies can handle it? I'm still not sure on that.
No, okay,
Yeah.
so what it is,
And anybody can have it, or is it that only some people's bodies can handle it? I'm still not sure on
No, okay, so what it is Kagura spit is a catalyst for that virus. If you do not have the virus in you when you get her body fluids, it will kill you.
that. Oh, okay.
Which means Saiga got exposed to it early on, which is a connection that it will explain later. It's just kind of been set up, because even Sweet Tango in the very first episode, when he noticed Saiga start getting a power,
Yeah,
he's
so,
like,
this virus,
how the hell did he get the fucking virus?
this
What is
virus is
going
something
on here?
that's like kept under wraps, right?
How did
Like-
Saiga get the
It
virus?
is not contagious almost at all. It is very, very secret. It is not contagious almost at all. It is very, very secret. It is only given to people that they want to be euphoric. Otherwise, they'll let people just die when Kagura kisses
Okay, so it is specifically
Damn, I want to
something
be
that's
fucking
been
euphoric,
engineered.
dude.
Yes.
All right.
So
That's what they were trying to go for at the lab. That's with all the dead things.
yes,
They
I believe
okay.
that's what they were trying to go for at the lab.
Okay.
That's with all the
What would
dead
your
things.
guys'
They were
fetish
trying to
superpower
get this
be?
virus
Rebar,
perfect.
I know you're into that ABDL shit.
I will
What would
kill you.
what would your guys' fetish superpower be? Rebar, I know you're into that ABDL shit.
I will kill you. I will.
You're,
And that's
would you like manifest
Well, no, no,
diaper bombs?
no,
You
well-
seem to wish for death, Marin Pan, and that's okay with me.
it's fine.
That's my fetish. It's dying.
Listen,
I would just die.
listen.
That'd
Like
be my
Sweet
superpower.
Tangu, like Sweet Tangu, it's fine. You'll take out a life insurance
No, no,
policy
but I
in my
think
name, and I'll grab the
Pyro's,
rope. Let's go.
Superpower would be
All
is
right.
that
Yeah,
like,
yeah, no, good plan, dude.
he can't drown because he just absorbs all of the water into himself.
Whoa, you're like a super absorbent diaper.
Exactly.
Hell yeah. Whoa, you're like a super absorbent diaper.
No, you can't even move anymore.
Hell yeah.
I hate both of you.
Oh, you're so plump. Oh no, you can't even move anymore. I
Right?
guess somebody's gonna have to.
I-
wipe
Look,
you
Pyro,
down.
you brought
Reborn
this on
is quitting
yourself
Tonken.
when
This
you-
will be my last episode. I will never be on.
started doing a segment on your podcast featuring featuring an ABDL Reddit post, and then you come on a podcast
The weekly-
featuring a show about fetish superpowers.
Oh,
You kind of walked into this.
what I really like is in the third episode there is.
What I really like is.
Sorry, there is an AB.
What I really like is in the third episode.
Really? And
there
what is his power?
No, fourth episode. Sorry, there is an ABDL character.
He was the
Wait.
not the prime minister, but he was one of the.
No, remember? Because he was the not the prime minister, but he was one of the government guys.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah, he
so
was buying panties.
no, he was buying diapers.
On a boat and then murdered.
What?
Oh yeah.
He was buying diapers, and Saiga kidnaps him, puts him on a boat, and then murders him by sinking the boat.
I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, I remember that.
Murder scene.
Now that-
What the fuck?
I didn't catch
Yeah,
that it was
remember
on a
he
boat,
sinks
but-
the boat.
Yeah, that was hype.
It's a boat.
They were on a boat and then.
Okay.
Saiga throws the key into the water to the guy's.
Yeah, because
fucking.
they were on a boat, and then Saiga throws the key
Yeah, oh,
into the
wait.
water to the guy's handcuffs, and then he fucking
Wait,
blows up the bottom
wait,
of the
that
boat,
was
and
the
it starts
guy
sinking, and the
who
guy's
Sti-
like, "Hey,
who Saiga
hey,
stole
That was a boat?
the ceremony from, wasn't
What the
it?
fuck?
Yes.
Oh my god, it all came together.
Yes, it was like a perfect little.
Yes.
plotline. It was art.
Yeah,
I was wondering, why the hell is there
Yes,
water
it was like a
in the
perfect
floor?
little
I guess
plot
I just
line.
figured
It was an
like
art.
I was
fucking Home Alone Ultra.
I was wondering why the hell is there water coming up from the floor? I guess I just figured it was part of Saiga's fucking Home Alone Ultra.
No,
Ultra,
no,
like,
Saiga just
scheme.
straight
I mean,
up,
that guy had
straight
to
up
come
was
from
like,
one.
"All right, I'm gonna murder this guy. That's what's up."
Yeah, he was in the
Yeah.
if I if I had a fetish superpower,
I mean, yeah, he was in the ABDL. Um, if I had a fetish superpower,
probably be
Think of a
um,
cool fetish that people would be like, okay,
it would
that's a cool
probably
fetish for him to have.
be.
Oof, dodged the bullet.
Yeah, think of a cool fetish that people would be like, okay, that's a cool fetish for him to have. Whew, dodged the bullet. It was almost embarrassing.
It probably would be.
just
I
look
could
at
look
her
at a
and there's a
girl and
miniskirt
she's
on
in a
her.
miniskirt because I have a fetish for miniskirts.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know
just
how
look at
else
her
to
and
turn
there's a
that into
miniskirt
a
on her.
euphoric superpower.
You just put
Other than
miniskirts on all
just
your
looking at
enemies.
people and their clothes change into a miniskirt. That's the.
Yeah.
Oh man.
okay. Let's
You could go
Miniskirt
for
gang,
that.
gang, gang.
episodes with the diamond chick, and there's the episode with the dentist.
Okay, let's see. There's the 2 episodes with the diamond chick, and then there's the episode with the dentist.
His whole thing, he like
That guy was
carved away
like
at
the
her tooth
creepiest one so far.
Oh
right?
yeah, that fucked me up.
rich girl.
His whole thing, he like just carved away at her tooth because of the privilege of getting to see this rich girl writhing in pain. And he
Yeah.
got a big fat
I mean, that's an
Japanese
interesting
little
character.
choke for it.
It's awful, but I don't think I've seen that before. That's a motivation. For
I mean, that's an interesting character.
Yeah, I
That's,
take it
it's,
his
it's
fetish
awful,
was, like,
but I don't think
a
I've seen
torture
that
fetish
before.
or a teeth
That's a
fetish?
motivation for a guy to have.
Tooth fetish and the torture fetish. A little bit of both.
Okay.
I hadn't even thought about it.
It was a tooth fetish
What is
and the
fetish?
torture fetish, a little bit of both.
Okay.
I mean, canonically, he has.
I hadn't even
made
thought
out
about
with
what his
Kagura-san.
torture, what his fetish would be.
Yeah.
good point.
No, no, he
And
he didn't
canonically,
make out
he
with
has made out with
Kagura-san.
Kagura-san.
He just kind of sucked on her tooth.
Oh,
And that's
is that how it happened? Okay, you know what? You're right. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. Like that was.
Oh, is that
I
how
was
it
hoping
happened?
there
Okay,
would
you know what?
be
You're
more
right, you're right.
people who like just coincidentally got powers from her through other kinds of interactions with her.
Just like someone at her high school or something.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, like
I said, like I said,
Yeah.
Just like someone at her high school or something.
required 'cause it's the virus.
Well, like I said, the virus is required because it's the virus that gives people those powers.
Oh, true.
And because it's kept so far under wraps, like you have to basically have blood on you from somebody that has it in order to get it.
okay.
It is it is not contagious at all
Hey, what about
unless
the
it's like
composer
forced to
dude? Or
be.
the pianist guy with the.
Well,
with
Suitengu's
the
out there
ladies
spreading blood and
disembodied
shit.
arms.
Hey, what about the composer dude or the pianist guy with the with
Oh,
the
okay, that doesn't
ladies
come back.
disembodied
He's not a-
arms?
he's not a
I will
fetish
be
superpower.
completely honest with you. That shit never gets explained.
Oh, okay, that doesn't come back. He's not a
I
fetish
think
superpower
I
dude?
think he should. I think he might have a fetish superpower. It's just that he's completely
Oh,
unrelated.
yeah.
Oh, well,
Like his
okay.
whole thing is collecting, arms, and he goes to the club. But other than that,
on
he's
Nintendo
not
Switch.
important.
presum-
He was just somebody that could teach Kagura piano
well,
to make
presumably
her mother
to
happy.
teach her piano as
He's
a
not
guide
actually-
Nothing was gonna
for
please
a
that old
reason
lady.
to have her out of the house.
Yeah. So it was mostly Sephiroth guy.
Yeah. Now, was her mother
Yeah.
aware of
That's
the
also
So it's
of,
mostly
of
Sephiroth
Kagura's
guy.
role in the club?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
her mother knew almost nothing.
Okay.
And I thought
No.
she was gonna have
No.
fetish power too.
Her mother
They
knew
did it
almost
off
nothing.
that quick.
The first 12 episodes.
And I thought she was gonna have a fetish power too, but they did off with that quick.
The first 12 episodes is really good at showcasing how she gets manipulated through it, because you're never sure how much she knows, but as you go on and see Sweet Tengu manipulate her more and more, like, especially when he hid his healing factor from her, that was a sure case sign that she had no idea about the powers.
Oh yeah, it was from her that he was hiding it.
Yeah, because she was like, for revenge for Kagura getting kidnapped, I'm gonna shoot your
Oh,
kneecaps, and then he had to pretend to be crippled for 4 episodes. That's why he set like the dentist and the diamond. Yeah, he literally only sent the villains of the week instead of going himself because he had to pretend he was crippled for a month.
Okay, can we talk about?
And
that
then he
scene?
did eventually go
Well, okay,
himself,
we're
only
making
to
our way
just
up
fucking talk to the guy. Okay, can we talk about that scene? We're making our way episode by episode, right? What happened next? The dentist guy.
Okay, and then
And
then this
then-
guy, and then they start going into the
Oh, they go to the mall.
backstories. Yeah, they go to the lab. and it starts being, the next 3 episodes are all just backstory with Kagura's mother, seeing the laboratory, getting hints and clues about the lore of the virus, the Suitengu versus Taiga fight, and then
so we were there.
He had him.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
So Tengu
spears of
versus
blood all over him.
Saiga
He could have
fight.
just turned into like a
He
mesh
had him.
and kill him.
He had like
But
spears
instead
of
the floor
blood
broke under
all
him,
over him
and Saiga got
that he
away,
could have
so
just
Tengu
turned
was
into
I
like
could chase him.
like a mesh
Kill him,
and
but
kill him. But
I
instead the
should.
floor broke under him, and Saiga got away, and so Tengu was like, I
But I
could
won't.
chase him
Goodbye.
and kill him right here, and I should.
No.
But I won't. Okay, bye.
See, that
And
is
then-
the first.
And Saiga got away.
No. This is actually the first hint that Suitengu isn't the bad guy that he seems.
Okay.
He
so
does-
so it's like Wreck-It Ralph, or like he's a bad guy, but you're not a bad guy. Like he gets redeemed at the
Didn't
end.
make out with Kagura.
I wouldn't necessarily say redeemed, more like he was
That's
never an
true.
actual villain.
He did make out with
I
Kagura-san.
guess so did Saiga.
I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I do
Listen,
like
But,
his
yeah, I guess-
he's
I
power.
guess so did
Epstein, he's
Saiga.
Epstein
Whatever.
Sephiroth. I don't.
Do we ever get to see what the limits of his powers are?
Yes.
Yeah, the plot.
Okay.
No. No. He basically. We see him. Go
Yes.
All out. You'll see him go all out.
Yeah, the plot.
No.
Okay.
No, he basically, we see him go all out. You'll see him go all out near the end.
Yeah, that was a really
I like how he can just.
that
make
was a
bullets
really good
and then
unexpected
kill an old lady
scene.
with it.
Yeah.
Like
What
it,
was what's the deal with the hand? He like had her ex-husband's hand.
What was what's the deal with the hand? He like had her ex-husband's hand.
They already explained.
Or
Um,
ex-fiance or whatever.
I'll tell you what they've.
I'm pretty
Was it
sure.
literally
I'm
his
pretty.
hand?
In a way that makes more
Okay, so they already explained a lot of it, so I'll tell you what they've explained, and I'll kind of put it in a way that makes more sense. He was involved with the creation of the virus. Her husband was also involved.
missing an arm. So we got his
Her husband wound up dead, and Suitengu ended up missing an arm, so he got his arm put on. However, he wanted to shack up with her specifically, and there's a reason why it was her. And he noticed he had her, her lover's hand, so he started using that hand to talk to her and stuff just to get closer, because it was something she recognized. He didn't
And it wasn't-
specifically go for that
Now
hand,
you mentioned that, I hadn't noticed that in the
but
picture
it was
of
just
the guy
like
being dead
he
in
used
the
it to his
snow,
advantage
he
for
was
sure.
missing an arm.
Yeah, now that you mentioned that, I
yeah.
hadn't noticed that in the picture of the guy being dead in the snow, he was missing an arm.
okay.
So that explains that.
Every time he feels her up, she's like.
Yeah, that is Suitengu's hand.
Okay, so they didn't
And every
really,
time he feels her up, she's like, that left hand of yours, it's so amazing, I don't know why.
The mobster trio.
Okay, so they did a really interesting thing where they were explaining the mobster trio dudes were like, I bet he's already fucked Kagura-san, and the nose guys like, no, he would never do that, and because
then they
euphoric
show him,
Fedorians only get off when they're using their
and he, like, is
superpower.
gonna touch her or touch himself. Or
But and
something.
then they
But
show
it's like,
him
no, I can't
Saiga
because of my,
in bed at the inn, and he like is gonna
then
touch
it
her
cuts
or
to
touch himself or
Satan.
something. But then he's like, no, I can't because of my fetish superpower.
And,
Yeah.
they're
And then he
about to
doesn't.
shack up,
And then
I
it cuts
was
to
thinking, are they about to explain
Seitengu
the superpower?
and
Because
Kagura's
presumably
mom.
He's gonna get off.
And they're about to shack
it's
up,
gonna
and I
have
was
to do
thinking,
with
oh,
his
are they about to
superpower?
explain the
But then, no,
superpower?
they just
Because
have normal
presumably
sex, and,
he's gonna get
I guess
off.
as far as we're concerned, it doesn't have
And it's
anything
gonna have to do with
with
his
his
superpower. But then no, they just
Yeah,
have
well, I
normal
mean-
sex, and I guess as far as we're concerned, it doesn't have anything to do with his superpower.
Okay, to be fair, his superpower can be very low key.
Yeah.
He can just control blood.
That could be it.
Like, if he just cuts
If you can
himself a
control
little,
blood
or.
during that time, you
Oh my
probably
god,
can
no,
do
she
it.
was just on her time of the month.
Yeah.
That could be it. If he can control blood during that time, you probably can do a lot of fun shit.
Suitengu's powers are broken. Has
Dude, that guy's superpower is that he
Suitengu's
smokes joints
powers
rolled
are
from
broken,
10,000
though.
yen.
Has
That's
fuck.
fucking big. That's
Dude,
sick
that
as
guy's
hell, bro.
superpower is that he
Yeah.
smokes
It's not
joints
because I'm pretty sure
rolled
there's,
from
like, all
10,000
sorts of
yen
plastic
bills. That's
things
fucking big.
in the-
That's sick as hell,
It'll
bro.
fuck you up.
Except it's not, because I'm pretty sure there's like all sorts of plastic chemicals in like bills that would fuck you up.
Weed grapher, bro.
But I mean, he does have the healing factor, so I don't think that matters.
Yeah.
Dude, speed graph for more like
we've been
weed
going for like
grapher,
an
bro.
hour
Yeah, woo!
Oh yeah, yeah.
I wanna.
What are you guys' predictions for how this is gonna end? What is the villain?
Oh
What?
yeah, yeah. Let's finish this up. What are you guys' predictions for how this is gonna
About the
end?
money, it's about the
What is the villain's plan?
Uh,
To it's not about the money,
my
it's about
guess
the message.
is that his plan
Keyblade.
is like based on the nature of the club. I'm gonna guess that like the twist is gonna be that his plan was to have a lot of blackmail on all of these big important people so that he can make some real change happen in society.
I think he wants to have a lot of black males on these people. Yeah, bro. 24/7.
I think he wants to have a lot of black males on these people. Yeah, bro. 24/7.
Okay. Keyblade.
Closer than Keyblade.
I like
Oh,
where
wow.
you're going.
He just wants to have one big.
Marin,
Is that
you're a
his-
lot closer than
like,
Keyblade is.
worldwide gang?
Awesome. So he just wants to have one big orgy.
No,
Is that
Sweet-
his fetish? Like a worldwide gangbang?
Yeah. Okay.
No, Sweetangu actually
Okay.
hates the club. I will say that.
Oh.
He hates the
Yeah,
club with
okay.
every fiber of his being. Although he does not do it to blackmail anybody, he does it for
Big,
financial
Scrooge
reasons.
McDuck swimming pool. And then he needs all that
And then he breaks
money
his arm.
to
Yeah.
make a
Griffin. He's like,
big
"Oh, it was a terrible idea.
Scrooge
You wouldn't
McDuck
actually
swimming
do this if
pool.
you had a pool of money."
And then he
Specifically
dives into
cash.
it, and then he breaks his arm like Peter Griffin. He's like, "Oh, it was a terrible idea to. You wouldn't actually do this if you had a pool of money in real life." Oh,
You know, it's really interesting how he's basically
I
liquidating the
agree.
richest people in the country by
Yeah,
draining them of all their money constantly.
Yeah, but we've got
pretty
2
based.
weeks before we do the rest of Speed Grapher.
2 weeks. We're not gonna do this next Wednesday.
Well, no,
Week is,
yeah,
Outbreak Company, and then it's back to the last
yeah.
2
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah,
Next
We're not
week
gonna
is-
do
Well,
this next
no,
Wednesday.
Marin's also
Next
got to
week
have his
is
show ready.
Outbreak Company, and
I'm
then
still
it's back to
working on
the
it. I'm
last 12
decided I'm
episodes of
gonna
Speed Grapher.
actually get around to
Okay,
making,
okay, got it.
MAL.
Okay.
I'm still working on
Every
that.
anime
I've
ever
decided I'm
watched,
gonna
maybe one of those
actually
would be
get around to making MAL.
Yeah,
And
just make sure
looking
that
at every anime
at
I've ever
least
watched, and maybe one of those would be pretty
I
good
or Pyro
for a
haven't
review
seen it.
podcast.
For sure, you got it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then
Do you want me to do the outro?
For sure. You got
yeah,
it.
sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much.
Do you want me to
for
do the
watching.
outro?
Like Keyblade said, we will finish this in around 2 weeks. Like, comment, and
All right.
subscribe.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Like Keyblade said, we will finish this in around 2 weeks. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you think of the show, and we will see you next week with Outbreak Company. Bye
Make sure
bye.
that you at home hashtag MaxReviveToneCat. Tell your parent, tell your friends, tell
Yes,
your
yes.
pastor, and tell your class.
Go
Please
on
don't do
Twitter
that.
and at Keyblade Spirit and at Lumia and chant Tone Camp Revival over and over and over.
Just fucking
Let the
Yeah.
just 24/7.
harass them on Twitter
Okay.
till you get your favorite podcast back. I don't
Just
make the
fucking
rules.
Slam them. Just 24/7.
Yes. Set up a bot to
Uh,
tweet them every 5
I'm gonna
seconds.
suffer.
Yeah.
Rumi is gonna be very mad
I'll
at
do that.
me
I'll make one and then I'll put it out
for
there. For people.
associating with people who would do this to her.
Anyway, Keyblade, thank you so much for having me on Tonken. It's literally been my dream since I was a little boy. to be on your favorite show,
For having me
Tonken.
on.
Anyway, Keyblade, thank you so much for having
Yeah,
me on
thank
Tonken.
you.
Yeah.
It's literally
Thank both
been my
of you
dream
for
since I was
being
a little
on
boy
for
to be
Yeah,
on
the
thank
next
you
show.
for having me
For
on
the
and reviewing
for
one of my
this
favorite
and
shows.
the rest of this
For sure.
revival. We'll see you all next week with the masterpiece of mediocrity, Outbreak Company.
Hell yeah.
Bye.